As we have completed till exercise 8.1 in the previous video, let's start with exercise 8.2 and we will be solving question number 1. Here as it is given, a man got 10% increase in his salary. If his new salary is 1,54,000, you need to find the original salary, means the salary which was before. Always remember, whenever you are asked to solve this kind of sums, always assume the original salary to be 100. Why 100, not other values? Because it is easier to calculate on 100. As we are asked to find out the original salary, we will assume it to be rupees 100. Now we have said that there is a 10% increase. So previously it was 100, so 100 into 10%, there is rupees 10 increase. So 100 plus 10, that is 110. This is the new salary of the person. But according to the question, new salary is given to be 1,54,000. So we will just quit the equation. 110, which we have assumed, is equals to rupees 1,54,000 in actual. After that we will find out the value of 1. So 1,10 will be in division now. So after that we need to find out the original salary, that is 100. So to find out the value of 100, we need to multiply this 1 unit with 100. By doing that, you will do all the calculation and get it to be 1,40,000. So hence the original salary is 1,40,000.
On Sunday, 845 people went to the zoo. On Monday, 169 people went. What is the percentage decrease in the people visiting the zoo on Monday? So according to the question, on Sunday, people went to the zoo equals to 845. And on Monday, people went to the zoo equals to 169. So here, the decrease in number of people will be the people went on Sunday, that is 845, minus people went on Monday, that is 169. You will get 676. This is the number of people, but you need to calculate the percentage. So to calculate the decrease percentage, you need to put it in the formula decrease divided by original into 100. Decrease is 676. You need to write it in the numerator, and in the denominator you are going to write the original value, that is on Sunday, into 100. By calculating this, you will get 80%, which is our final answer. Start. A shopkeeper buys 80 articles for rupees 2,400 and sells them for a profit of 16%. Find the selling price of one article. So after finding the selling price of 80 articles, if we divide it by 80, we will get the selling price of one article. For that, we need to remember, whenever SP is greater than CP, that means there is a profit. And if we add CP plus profit, we are going to get SP. This is a formula where CP is the cost price and SP is the selling price. Now according to the question, it is given in the question, CP of 80 articles equals to rupees 2,400, and we will assume the CP to be 100. Always remember, we are going to assume the CP to be 100, not the SP. If we assume the cost price to be 100, then it is said that the profit is 16%. So 16% of 100, if we calculate, we will get rupees 16, because this 100 and this 100 will cancel, we will be left with rupees 16. And we know the formula, SP equals to CP plus profit. So we are getting rupees 111 as the SP, which is not the actual SP, but according to our assumption it is 116. So according to the question, CP, that is rupees 100, according to our assumption is equals to 2,400 in real. So we will find out rupees 1 will be 2,400 divided by 100. Now we need to find out the SP, that is 111 rupees according to our assumption. So with 1 unit we need to multiply 116. By doing that, after all calculation, we will get the SP as 2,784. But we need to find out the SP of one article only. This is the SP of 80 articles, so we will divide it by 80. By dividing it by 80, we will get rupees 34.80 paisa, which is our correct answer.
Let us learn how to solve this particular sum. The cost of an article was rupees 15,500. Rupees 450 was spent on its repairs. If it is sold for a profit of 15%, find the selling price of the article. In this video, we are going to learn the simplest and the easiest method of solving this particular question. As the actual cost price while buying the article was 15,500, so we have written actual cost price of the article is rupees 15,500. But after that we have added the expense, means there was some expense on that particular article, so that is also included in the cost price. So we have added the repair expenses, that is 450. So by the way, we are getting the total cost price as 15,950 rupees. Now, as I have already said in the previous video, whenever we will deal with profit and loss sum, you need to do one thing, that is we need to assume the CP as rupees 100. Whatever the case is, we need to assume the cost price to be 100 when we are dealing with cost price, loss, profit and SP. So after that, as we know that profit is always calculated on cost price, so here profit percentage is given as 15%. So rupees 100 into 15%, that is 100 into 15 by 100, 100 and 100 will be cancelled. We will get rupees 15 as profit. Therefore selling price we know cost price plus profit, so we are getting 115 rupees. But all my dear students, the things which we have written in this particular box are all our assumptions. Now we need to compare our assumption with the actual or the reality. So we will write the assumption on the left hand side and actual value will be written in the right hand side. So we can write that rupees 100 is equals to 15,950. As according to the question, cost price is this one and according to our assumption it is rupees 100. So we will find out rupees 1, that will be equals to 15,900 divided by 100. This 100 will go in the denominator as division as it was in the multiplication. Now we need to find out the selling price, which is 115 rupees according to our assumption. So the value of 1 is this one, so the value of 115 will be 1, that is value of 1 multiplied by 115. So after calculating this value, we will get rupees 18,342.50 paisa, that is the selling price of the article. So we will write hence the selling price of the article is rupees 18,342.50 paisa. According to this sum, a VCR and a TV is bought for rupees 8,000 each. That means the cost of VCR is rupees 8,000 and the cost of TV is also rupees 8,000. The shopkeeper who bought the TV and VCR made a loss of 4% on the VCR and the profit of 8% on TV. So now the shopkeeper is selling this TV and VCR, and on the VCR he made a loss of 4% while selling it and a profit of 8% is made on the TV. You need to find the overall gain or loss percentage on the whole transaction. So after selling both the TV and VCR, what is the overall profit or loss percentage you are asked to calculate in this particular sum. So let's start with the sum. On the left hand side, you will make a column for VCR and on the right hand side, you will make a column for TV. And within the bracket, you will write CP equals to rupees 8,000 in both the places because CP is said to be rupees 8,000 in the question. Now we will start with the VCR. As I have discussed in the previous classes that whenever we are dealing with profit, loss, CPSP, at that particular time you always need to assume the cost price of the article to be rupees 100. So we will assume the cost price of VCR to be rupees 100. To the question, on selling the VCR, the shopkeeper made a loss of 4%. So this loss, that is 4%, will be calculated on cost price because profit and loss is always calculated on cost price. So 100 rupees was the cost price according to our assumption into 4%, that is rupees 100 into 4 by 100. 100 and 100 will get cancelled and rupees 4 will be our loss here. And we all know that selling price is CP, that is cost price minus loss. When there is loss, that means selling price will be less than CP. So CP minus loss is the selling price. Here we have assumed the CP to be 100 and loss to be rupees 4. So 100 rupees minus 4 rupees, we will get 96 rupees. That is our selling price. Now we will compare the assumption with the actual value to find out the actual loss by selling the VCR. So rupees 100, which we assume to be CP, is equal to rupees 8,000 in actual. So we can write rupees 100 equals to 8,000 rupees. Rupees 1 will be 8,000 divided by 100. We are taking this 100 in the denominator. We are dividing it by 100 to get the value of 1 unit. And we need to find out the value of loss, that is rupees 4. So rupees 4 will be 8,000 divided by 100, that is the value of 1 into 4. After calculation, you will get this 0 and this 2 zeros will be cancelled. So you will get 320 rupees as the loss. Now we will start with TV. Now let us start with TV. Here we will assume the cost price of TV as rupees 100, and as there is profit of 8%, we will calculate the profit 100 rupees into 8%, that is on the cost price. So you will get 100 into 8 by 100, 100 and 100 will be cancelled. You will get rupees 8 as your profit. So the selling price will be here cost price plus profit, because whenever there is a profit, CP is less than SP, or you can say selling price is more than CP, therefore it is profit. So selling price will be the cost price plus rupees 8, that is the profit. You will get 108. Something, this part, that is finding out selling price in both the cases, are not required in this sum. I just put in this one so that you can understand how to find out the selling price. You can just ignore finding out selling price in this particular sum because we don't need it. Now we will just compare the assumptions with the actual value. So we have assumed the cost price to be rupees 100, which is given to be rupees 8,000 in the question. So we have written rupees 100 equals to rupees 8,000. Now we will find out the value of 1 unit, that is rupees 1 will be equals to 8,000 divided by 100. But we need to find out profit, that is rupees 8. So rupees 8 will be 8,000 divided by 100, that is the value of 1 into 8. Now you can see these two zeros and these two zeros will be cancelled. So you will left with 80 into 8, that is 640 rupees. Now students, we have calculated the loss amount and profit amount. As you can see, profit is greater than loss, that means there is overall profit. How you will calculate the overall profit? That is the profit 640, that is bigger one, minus 320, that is loss. We need to deduct the loss from the profit. You will get 320, that is overall profit. Okay, profit on the whole transaction. Now total cost will be rupees 8,000 for TV and rupees 8,000 for VCR, that is 16,000, or you can write 8,000 into 2, you will get 16,000 rupees. Now we need to find out profit or loss percent on the overall transaction. As you can see here, overall this is profit, so we will find out profit percentage, and we know the formula for profit percentage, that is profit divided by CP into 100. So here profit, that is overall profit, is rupees 320 and overall cost price is 16,000. So 320 divided by 16,000 into 100. Now we will just calculate. Here 3 zeros and 3 zeros will be cancelled. 16 into 2 will be 32. So we are getting 2%. So our answer will be 2%. 6.
In this particular question, as you can see, during a sale, a shop offered a discount of 10% on the marked price. Before we continue with the question, do you know what is a marked price? Yes, we usually go for shopping. We all go for shopping, isn't it? When we go for shopping, after getting into the shopping mall,
we just choose dresses or something. Okay, I'm just giving an example of dress. So there you will find some price is being tagged or some price is being written on that particular dress. But again you can see that the shopkeeper or the shopping mall is giving you some percentage of discount. So the price which is written on the cloth or the dress which you are going to buy, that is the marked price. And after applying the discount, for example, if 100 is the marked price of that particular dress, if the shopkeeper gives you 10% discount, so this 10% will be calculated on the price that is given on that particular dress, that is rupees 100. So rupees 100 into 10%, you will get rupees 100 into 10 by 100, you will get rupees 10, and this rupees 10 you need not to pay. Why? Because this is your discount. Then what amount you are going to pay? You are going to pay marked price, that is the money which is written on that particular dress minus this discount, that is rupees 100 minus 10, you need to pay rupees 90. This rupees 90 is the selling price of that shopkeeper. But if you see from your side, you will find that this 90 rupees is your CP of that dress, that is cost price of the dress you are buying. And as you can see here, the shopkeeper is giving 10% discount on the marked price of all the items. Whenever it is written on the marked price, it's fine. But if it is not written on the marked price, then also by default discount is always given on the marked price, that is the price which is written on that particular dress tag. Next, what would a customer have to pay for a pair of jeans? How many jeans the customer is buying? Pair of jeans means 2 jeans at rupees 1450. That is 1450 is the cost of 2 jeans, and 2 shirts marked at rupees 850 each would be the value or what amount the customer have to pay. And what things the customer is buying? The customer is buying a pair of jeans, means 2 jeans, which is marked. The marked price of these 2 jeans together is given to be rupees 1450. Also 2 shirts bought by him. So 2 shirts are marked. So marked price of these 2 shirts, each, you can see the word each, means each shirt is rupees 850. So the price of 2 shirt or the marked price of 2 shirt will be rupees 850 into 2, because here only the price of 1 shirt is given. As you can see here, we are given the marked price of the items bought by the customer, but we have to calculate the price at which the customer is buying. Means we have to find out after discount what amount customer had to pay. So let's start. I will give you the easiest method. Whenever you are going to deal with the marked price, discount, selling price, this all things, means whenever you will find in the question that we have discount, you just close your eyes and you just assume the marked price to be 100. What? So as you can see here, we have assumed let the marked price to be 100, and here discount is 10%. So if we calculate discount on this rupees 100, you will find rupees 100 into 10%, 100 into 10 by 100, 100 and 100 will cancel and we will get rupees 10. This is the discount. So the selling price of the shopkeeper or the cost price of the customer will be this 100, that is MP minus discount. So rupees 100 minus 10, you will get rupees 90. These are the things you need to do. This is the assumption. But according to the question, you are given the marked price. So we have written according to the question, total marked price, that is MP, is equals to this one, that is 1450 plus 850 into 2, because one shirt cost is 850 rupees, 850 into 2. So total we are getting rupees 3150. So now we will just compare the actual with the assumption using the unitary method. always keep the assumptions on the left hand side and actual value on the right hand side, because we need to calculate the actual value. So we will keep the actual value on the right hand side. So rupees 100, according to the assumption, rupees 100 is the marked price, and according to the reality or actual value, the marked price is rupees 3150. So we have written rupees 100 equals to rupees 3150, and we can write rupees 1 equals to rupees 3150 divided by this 100. We are using unitary method. So we have found out the value of 1 unit. Now we need to find out the selling price. What was the selling price according to our assumption? That is rupees 90. So we will write rupees 90 equals to the value of 1, that is rupees 3150 by 100 into 90. Then only we will get the value of 90. We know the value of 1. We need to multiply it by 90. So we will get the value of 90. After all calculation, you will find out that selling price is rupees 2835. So hence the customer had to pay rupees 2835. This is our final answer. A milkman sold 2 of his buffaloes for rupees 20,000 each. So here selling price of the buffaloes are 20,000 each. On one, he had made a gain of 5%, and on other, a loss of 10%. And we are asked to find his overall gain or loss. So my dear students, here we have two conditions, but in each of the two conditions, the selling price of the buffaloes are same, that is 20,000 each. But on one, the milkman has gained 5%, and on the other, he has lost 10%. So as we have two conditions or two cases here, so it will be better if we make a separation like this, and on the left hand side there is case 1, and on the right hand side we have case 2. On the left hand side, as you can see, we have made the column for gain 5%, and on the right hand side we have lost 10%. But in both the cases, selling price is same, that is 20,000 each. So let's start. So as in this particular sum we are dealing with profit and loss. So as I have mentioned, whenever you will deal with profit and loss, your first step is to assume the cost price to be 100. So we have written, let the cost price of the buffalo be rupees 100. Here gain is given to be 5%, and we know that profit or loss is always calculated on CP. So here CP is 100. 100 into 5%, that is rupees 100 into 5 by 100. 100 and 100 will cancel. You will get rupees 5. So here gain is rupees 5. Now selling price. As there is a gain, you need to find out selling price by adding profit to cost price. So here cost price was rupees 100. On it the milkman made a profit of rupees 5. So here selling price is 105. In the same way we are going to assume on the right hand side in case 2. So here as you can see, we have assumed the cost price of the buffalo to be 100 as I have mentioned. Now here we have a loss, that is 10%. So rupees 100 into 10%, you are getting rupees 10 as your loss. Now as it is a loss, therefore selling price will be cost price minus loss. So cost price was 100. 100 minus loss, you are getting here 90. So our assumption is completed. Now our main step will start, where we will use the unitary method to compare the assumption with the actual value to find out the cost price in both the cases. So now as you can see, 105, which was the selling price according to our assumption, is equals to rupees 20,000 in actual. So we have written rupees 105 equals to rupees 20,000. Now we need to find out the value of 1. So this 105 will come in the denominator as division. So 1 equals to rupees 20,000 divided by 105. But here we need to calculate the cost price. So here cost price, which is 100 rupees according to our assumption. So we know the value of 1 unit, that is this one. With this, if we multiply by 100, we will get the value of 100. So we have multiplied it with 100. So we have got the actual cost price to be rupees 19,047.62 paise. Similarly, on the right hand side also we will use the unitary method and find out the cost price. So according to our assumption, selling price is rupees 90, which is equals to 20,000 rupees in actual. So we have written rupees 90 equals to 20,000. Now we need to find out the value of 1 unit. So 1 unit will be 20,000 divided by 90. Now we need to find out the cost price, which is rupees 100 according to our assumption. So rupees 100 will be this 1 unit into 100. So we have calculated accordingly and we have found out the cost price in second case to be rupees 22,222.22 paise, that is 22 paise. So my dear students, here if we add this to cost price, we will get the total cost price, that is equals to rupees 41,269.84 paise. So this is our cost price, and we know our total selling price. According to the question, we will add this to value, that is 20,000 plus 20,000, you are getting 40,000. Now as you can see here, the cost price is more than the selling price. Whenever cost price is more than the selling price, then you will get a loss. So we have written, since the cost price is greater than SP, therefore loss. Now we need to calculate the loss. Loss equals to CP minus SP. Here CP is this one and SP is this one. So we have found out the difference, and here our answer is rupees 1,269.84 paise, which is the amount of loss. The price of a TV is rupees 13,000. The sales tax charged on it is at the rate of 12%. Find the amount that Vinod will have to pay if he buys it. So as you can see, this particular price is excluding tax. That means tax is not included in this particular price. On this price, 12% tax is to be added, so that we get the amount at which the TV is being sold, and at that particular price only Vinod is going to pay when he will buy it. So let's start with the solution. So we know price excluding tax plus tax equals to price including tax. According to the question, price of the TV excluding tax is rupees 13,000. So let us assume the price excluding tax to be rupees 100. As this one is price excluding tax, on this price the tax will be calculated. As here sale tax is at the rate 12%, so the amount of sale tax according to our assumption will be rupees 100 into 12%. That is rupees 100 into 12 by 100, you will get rupees 12. So this one is price excluding tax and rupees 12 is the tax amount. So the price including tax will be this rupees 100 plus rupees 12. So you will get 112 rupees according to our assumption. Now we will use the unitary method to find out the actual price at which Vinod will buy this particular TV. So using unitary method, we will write the assumption always on the left hand side and the actual value always on the right hand side, as we need to find out the actual value. So here the price excluding tax according to our assumption is rupees 100. So we can write rupees 100 equals to rupees 13,000, which is given in the question, and this is the actual value. Now if we want to find out the value of 1 unit, that is rupees 1, will be rupees 13,000 divided by this 100. You'll get the value of 1 because value of 100 is 13,000. So value of 1 will be 13,000 divided by 100. So now we need to find out the value, that is the price including tax, that is rupees 112 according to our assumption. So we have found the value of 1 unit in actual. So if we multiply this value, that is 1 unit into 112, we will get the actual amount, that is rupees 14,560. So the amount Vinod will have to pay if he buys it is rupees 14,560 rupees. Arun bought a pair of skates at a sale. So sale was going on. From there, Arun bought a pair of skates where the discount given was 20%. So 20% sale was going on. If the amount he pays is rupees 1600, here this 1600 is the selling price from the point of view of the shopkeeper, but from the point of view of Arun, this is the cost price. But we will solve the sum from the point of view of the shopkeeper. That will make our sum easier, and we are asked to find out the marked price. So let's start with the easiest solution. Before starting with the sum, students, do you know what is the marked price? Price is the price which is written in the tag of the dress or the things you are buying. On that particular price, discount is being given, and by deducting the discount from the marked price, you will get the selling price or the buying price of the customer. So my dear students, as discount is calculated on marked price, I have already discussed that whenever you will deal with the sum where you will get marked price, discount, selling price, you need to assume the marked price to be 100 because discount is calculated on marked price. So here discount will be rupees 100, that is marked price, into 20% as it is given in the question. So you will get rupees 20 as the discount. So you need to calculate the selling price, which will be this marked price, that is the price written in the dress, minus discount, which one you are getting as a discount. So 100 minus 20 rupees, you will get rupees 80. That is the selling price of that particular thing. But this all things which we have written is our assumption. Now we need to compare our assumption value with the actual value using unitary method. So according to our assumption, rupees 80 is the selling price, but in the question it is given to be rupees 1600. So we will write rupees 80 equals to 1600. Now we need to find out the value of 1, that will be 1600 divided by 80. But here we need to find out the marked price, which is rupees 100 according to our assumption. So rupees 100 will be this 1 unit into rupees 100. So into 100 you will do the calculation and you will get rupees 2000. So you will get rupees 2000 as your answer. I purchased a hair dryer for rupees 5400 including VAT. That means 8% VAT is already included in this particular price, that is 5400 rupees. Find the price before VAT was added. So here you are asked to find out the price before the adding of this particular tax, that is VAT, value added tax. Students, as you know, price excluding tax plus tax, you will get price including tax. Excluding tax means tax is not included here. Plus tax, you will get price which is including tax, means tax is included. So In this type of sum, you will always assume the price excluding tax to be rupees 100. So we have assumed let the price excluding tax be rupees 100. On this particular rupees, that is the price excluding tax, you need to calculate the tax percentage. So here 100 rupees into 8%, you will get rupees 8. Now, if we add this 108, this is the price excluding tax and this is the value of tax. If we add both, then you will get the price including tax, that is rupees 100 plus 8, that is rupees 108. According to the question, as you can see, the price of the hair dryer including tax is given to be rupees 5400. Now we will use the unitary method to find out the price before tax was added. So using unitary method, you write always the assumptions on the left hand side and actual value on the right hand side, as you need to find out the actual value. Now as you can see, according to our assumption, rupees 108 is the price including tax. So this rupees 108 is equals to rupees 5400 in actual, because in this price the VAT is already included. So we can write rupees 108 equals to rupees 5400. Now we need to find out the value of 1 unit. So 108 is equals to this one. So 1 will be equals to 5400 divided by 108. Now we need to find out the value of price excluding tax, that is rupees 100 according to our assumption. So we will find out the actual value of 100. So actual value of 1 is here, that is rupees 5400 divided by 108. With it we need to multiply 100. So we will get our answer as rupees 5000. Hence the price before VAT was added is rupees 5000. An article was purchased for rupees 1239 including GST of 18%. That means 18% GST is already included in this particular price. And here you are asked to find out the price of the article before GST was added. So let's start with the sum. So we know price excluding tax plus tax, you will get price including tax. As you can see here, tax is excluded. That means tax is not present in this particular price. And here price including tax, that means tax has been added in this particular price. Here tax is equals to GST. Here GST means goods and service tax. Students, let the price excluding GST be 100. Whenever we will deal with tax, always assume the price excluding tax to be rupees 100, because on this you need to calculate the tax. So GST is rupees 100, that is the price excluding tax, into 18% as it is given in the question. You will get rupees 18. Now if we add excluding GST price with GST, you will get rupees 118, that is the price including GST. Now we will apply the unitary method to find out the price before GST was added. So first we will write the assumption on the left hand side and actual value on the right hand side. According to our assumption, the price including GST is rupees 118, but the real value or actual value after adding tax or GST is rupees 1239. So we can write rupees 118 equals to rupees 1239. After this we will find the value of 1 unit, that will be equals to rupees 1239 divided by 118. After this, as we are asked to calculate the price excluding GST, so which is 100 according to our assumption. So we need to find the value of 100 unit. 1 unit is this one. So 100 unit will be 1 unit into 100. So you will get rupees 1050. Hence the price of the article before GST was added is rupees 1050. So my dear students, with this we come to the end of this particular exercise, that is exercise 8.2. In the next class, I will be starting with exercise 8.3. Before that, your homework is to learn the formulae of simple interest and compound interest as I have shared in this particular video. So my dear students, if you find the content of this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends. And my dear students, if you don't know, in this particular channel you will get ICSC, CBSC and WBBSE solutions of all subjects. So hurry up and subscribe this channel. Bye bye students. Have a nice day. Stay safe. See you in the next class.